Okay, we got another one of Hector's locos here. This is a James, and it's what's called a flange face James. Let me see if I can bring it in a little tighter. All right, it's called a flange face because of this right here. That's what I've been told. Anyway, that's a face that is this face and the smoke box are all one piece, and they just painted that. Okay. This makes it one of the very first Jameses, and we'll roll it over here, take a look, and it says it's a Tomy 1994, and it is in really good condition. Look at the buffers. There's no paint chipped off the buffers. Just do a walk around right quick. The tinder is pretty good, just a couple little rough spots right there, not bad at all. Moving around here, the rear end's really good. This is a really good example of a early James. All right, so let's put a battery in it. And, the roof is in really good shape. Look how shiny it is. No pitting, no scratching, nothing like that. So let's put a battery in it and see how it does. Oh, let's look at the inside is really nice. All right, turn it on, and there's nothing. So that makes it seem like wire's loose. Let's take a look. Take a roll underneath. Oh, take a look at the coupler. There you go. You can tell. There's one wire, the blue wire, the negative wire is there, and I don't even see the red wire at all anywhere. So this is like the other ones, the other two that I worked on for Hector. Looks like wires have been cut, and let's get at it. All right, so we know we're going to have to take it all the way apart to fix this, so let's go ahead and take it all the way down. Wow, there's no wires at all. I mean, none. All right, we'll just set that aside. Now I got to make some wires, and I got to go ahead and take this apart because they have to be attached to something. Oh, let's take a look there. This one looks like an original screw right there, but that is not their. I don't think that one's an original screw. That's one of the big screws that they used to put on the bottom of locos. I think that's the wrong screw right there, and you can tell it doesn't go all the way down, whereas that one goes all the way down. That one might be hard to get out, but let's get at it. Oh, that looks like the wrong kind of screw. This is one of those. This one has the deep threads. Wrong kind of screw. Here, I'll show you the difference. The one on the left is the one that you normally see in these locos, and this is one you see normally on, I don't know, like American-made Trackmaster or Mattels. Okay, so what we got here, let's see, let's look up in there. Do we have the weight in there? There's a weight in there. I could hear it rattling around. All right, this is just have to come out right here. Take a look at these tires. Let me show you these tires. I have never seen tires like this. They have been worn down so much that they're smooth. Look at that. Just a little bit of tread. But look how smooth those are. If you've seen tires that smooth before, put something in the comment, because I've never seen tires that smooth before. All right, let's go ahead and break it down further. Gears look in good shape, just a little dirty, but in good shape. We're going to replace these tires. And I'll test the motor real quick and see if it's running. Okay, the motor sounds good. Now I put a 9-volt battery in it because just to start it running, and that if there's any carbon or dust or dirt on the brushes inside the battery, it has enough voltage to make it work. So next thing I got to do is I got to remove all these wires. All right, for y'all that don't do maintenance work, I'm gonna show you a tool that I use to cut my wires with and get them prepared, ready to go. So I'm gonna line this up. These right here, these wires right here, line them up. Run it to the same length as this one. Okay, basically right there. And now I'm gonna cut that wire right there. Okay, now I have my wire the right length as the other one, so let's do, this is called a stripper, the wire stripper. And there is holes in it right there, if you can see the holes right there. Let me get a little closer so you can see the holes. All right, I'm going to use right there, I'm going to use the 20 gauge right there. I put it in here, right there, and I'm going to strip it. Boop, just like that. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other end. And I'm going to strip it. Okay, I got both ends stripped, and now I got to tint it. All right, we'll show you how I do that. Okay, I have my wire in my fifth hand, third hand, and I'm going to use it to help me tint these wires. Let me get this a little closer, maybe I can focus in on it. There it goes. There it's focused. Let me move it just a little bit right there. All right, my heating iron, soldering iron, is set up to at 650 degrees. Tinting is where you put a bead of solder on your wires. Uh-oh, let's get rid of that. All right, so what that does is you get solder on your wires, and the spot that you are going to solder it to actually has a solder bead on it already, and when you put them together, they'll mate up together. And all right, and I got to do that for the other wire. So okay, if you notice this little piece of clay, what I use that clay for is to help me hold things steady on this mat. So I push that down in there like that, and that'll hold that steady for me. If you notice right here on this end, I'll come in a little closer so you can see. It tells you that this is the positive end of the battery and this is the negative end of the battery. So we're going to go with the red wire first. Oh, I'm going to put a little bit of more solder down on that spot right there, on the positive terminal of the battery terminal right there. Doesn't look like it has enough. Okay, going to put the wires back where they're normally at inside these little tenders. That goes right there. This guy normally works around and comes back on top of it, pushes it down in there, and there we go. All right. Now I'm gonna put the top back on top of the tender. Okay, now I'm going to feed the wires back through the coupler right here. All right, I'm going to zoom back out a little bit here. Oh, wrong way, this way. And now I'm going to attach them back to Okay, now we're going to test it and make sure it still works. Make sure we get some connectivity and we got the motor running. Yep, motor's running. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that motor apart and lubricate the inside and clean it up, but I'm going to do that off camera. Okay, I got the motor open, and all I thought I was going to do was just go in there and clean it up. And it has some pretty good lubricant in it up front, but it doesn't have hardly any back here. But when I went in and did an initial inspection, I saw see how that gear right there moves. Let me move my hand out of the way. Watch that gear right there move. Oh. Go the other way with it. There you go. See it moving? That's telling me that that gear is broken. So I have to tear it further down and go ahead and replace that gear. All right, let's see if we can get it on the camera where it's broken. Right there. You can see, just above my thumbnail, you can see through that broken. I'll have to replace it. Let's turn it around and let's count teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tooth. All right, now when I say I reach in my gearbox, I mean this. This is a little box I use, and inside here is all my gears that I use to repair these locos with. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that gear. Just comes off with your hand. Okay, I got the gears all cleaned up. New gear installed. All the gears are clean. Let's go ahead and I put the two weights that were on the inside there. Let's go ahead and close it back up. Okay, now before I can test the motor, I got to connect the red wire back up. Okay, next thing to do is just to wrap it up, close it up, put it all back together. All right, before I wrap it up, I wanted to show you, okay, these are new wheels, rubber tires. Look how worn down those were. I have never seen tires that worn down. Okay, a couple other things is also whoever put this together put it with these coarse thread screws, the wrong ones, and also this big screw was actually into the cab. I had a hard time getting this out because it didn't want to come out of the hole. But anyway, hopefully we can get it all back together with the original screws. So let's put that aside. One other thing is they didn't have any of the weights, so I put 3 new weights in it. I'm running out of these weights, Hector. They're going away because they're all going into your trains. All right, but okay. Now we're going to put it back together. Let's put a battery in it and see how she's running. I gotta find it. Where'd I put that big old battery? There it is. Yep, pretty smooth too. Here, nice and. Listen how that sounds really good. Listen to that motor. That's a really good sounding. I like this loco. All right, we're going to turn it off, and let's go put it up on the track and see how she runs. Okay, I got Hector's James up on the track, and let's give it a run. Really quiet. One of the quietest engines I've ever heard. Thanks for watching.